What's up, guys? Steven here today. And today, what I wanted to talk to you about is fucking Swagg TeamPlay. So, what do I mean by Swagg TeamPlay? Um, this kind of fall or segues together all the other videos in the series, right? But to me, Swagg TeamPlay is essentially incorporating every single player in the fucking game, right? Now, if you recall, usually just takes 3 or 4 passes to score a goal, right? But a lot of times, what I see is that in a moment where all it would have taken was for one teammate to receive a pass, um, players usually what tends to happen is a person doesn't get passed, right? And even though they were in a goal scoring opportunity, they get ignored or left out. And so what happens now, the whole team fucking suffers. Maybe the person um, unnecessarily dribbles more than he has to, and then he ends up losing the ball anyways. And then the team gets counterattacked and scored on, right? Or maybe even the person tries to do too much, way more than he even has to, and then fucking he gets injured. All this shit, right? So Swag TeamPlay is essentially remembering that it's one team, right? It's not just one player. Reason why I fucking love soccer so much is because even if you have phenomenal players, right? It still takes a team to win a game, right? You could have all the best players on one team play against all the worst or okay players on the other team. But if the okay players have epic synergy, epic one team consciousness, meaning everyone's on the same spiritual plane, spiritual level, they're all linked spiritually, they can find each other on the field, not only make those sick ass passes, but like even when they're doing tricks or dribbles or feints or takes to the drive, they're doing it in a way that's so synergistic and harmonious with the whole that is the team that it's just so fucking swaggy, meaning it works, it actually has a purpose, and it inevitably leads them to a goal, right? So Swag TeamPlay is remembering that um you are one, right? If say this is a play, right? You're attacking, going to the goal, and there's like 3 players or there's 4 players, right? And then if one player doesn't get the ball, right? It's almost like there's a break in the link. And so now all the new opportunities, the new options, the new space that would have been created by the passing of the ball to that teammate does not come about. And so now the team has to deal with unnecessary friction, unnecessary resistance. It has to put in way more energy than it has to. Maybe one player has to fucking do more work than is even required of him to, simply because of one ignored teammate. And the funniest part out of all this is I've always noticed that the ones that tend to be ignored tend to also be the best players. Like, those are the ones with the most untapped potential, the ones who would fucking blow your mind because they are more reserved. Maybe they've just learned to just go with the flow as opposed to like always try to make an impression. They don't always come out in the spotlight. And the sadness is those are the players that tend to be the fucking game changers, right? So Swag TeamPlay is remembering that we're all in this together and let's all play together. Let's not just fucking put the shine on one player or the other, but like literally just share it across the entire team. And you'll realize that when you do that, everything literally becomes fucking lighter. Literally. Like, you get injured less because you end up having to do less unnecessary stupid shit. you'll realize that your passes actually meet their intended recipients because everyone now has good intent and intentions, not only for themselves but for their teammates. Right? They not only want to win, but they want their entire fucking squad, their entire team to win, and that's fucking huge. You'll realize that like plays on the offense are just more efficient and smoother and more effective, especially when it comes to results, like shots on target, um, shot conversions, like actual goals, and like decrease in injuries, right? Because that's a huge one, or decrease in fucking fouls called, because now instead of people getting frustrated and angry, they're just calm and chill. And they're like, haha, it's a game. This is why we play. Beautiful game. And then, like, it's not even so much about the scoring, but it's about the fucking partaking of everybody else's energy and how it creates an amazing experience that is the beautiful game, right? So that's what Swagg TeamPlay is about, right? So remember that it's not just you, no matter how good, how bad you are, like you're part of the team. So like play, like contribute, call incoming offensive presses or call defensive offside traps. You know, like little things like that. And like at the same time, don't be afraid to call out your teammates on their bullshit. And then also don't be afraid to like fucking compliment your teammates when they did something right that is fucking sick, especially if they added their own style to it. Things like that, like literally boost each other up. Because just like in Team Swag, it's all about that morale, right? And when everyone's playing, when everyone's not only playing but also enjoying the play, the morale can only ever just skyrocket up and up and up and up. But when someone's ignored or when there's a kink in the line over and over, morale tends to go down because things don't tend to work the way they should, right? That's when fucking all this bullshit happens where you have drama occurring, players fighting, all this crap. And it's just stupid because at the end of the day, it takes away from the beauty of the game. It takes away from what we're there for, right? So always remember that, like, not only that you're good, but also your teammate is good. And that's another thing, like, have fucking faith in your teammate. A lot of the times, you might make a pass to someone, but because you didn't pass to them those 10,000 other times when they were literally free, like literally wide open, they were not even expecting you to make that pass. And so, on top of that, your pass was rushed. So, the reception wasn't there, right? And just because it wasn't there doesn't mean you should give up on them. Like, don't give up on your teammate. Like, that's your teammate. That's your fucking team. Maybe they didn't receive it this one time, but that doesn't mean that they won't the next time and the times after that, right? So believe in your teammate. Believe in them like you would want them to believe in you. And I shit you not, when you do that, the moment you do, it's like you're not only raising your potential because you're able to see the level of depth, the level of contribution to the game that you can bring, but you also help others' potential rise because you're helping them not only love themselves but also trust in their abilities and trust in themselves and have faith and believe in themselves, which helps them grow and unleash their infinite potential. And it's like you literally become a game changer to someone else. And by becoming the role model, the blueprint for that swag way of being, they also become a blueprint for someone else because they realize, holy shit, I've always known that I've wanted to do this because it's not often talked about, or maybe it's even ridiculed. I never really had the inner fortitude to act this way. But now that I know that I should, now that I know that it's okay, now that I know that I'm not alone, I can fucking go all in. And so they become a fucking game changer for other people, who then become game changers for other people, who then become, and it's just insane domino effect that just creates a golden fucking game, right? And it all stems from those small little things. Just having faith in someone, having faith in a teammate, no matter how bad or how good he appears to be, right? Because that's how it's funny how things work like that. The ones that appear to be really shitty tend to be fucking epic, like mind-blowingly epic. But you just will never know because most of the time they don't even play that level of that game of superficiality because they really want a good game. And even if it means sacrificing themselves in the sense that they're not gonna like fucking be seen for the sake of like the good game, for the sake of like flow to maintain, that's what they'll do because they know that the moment when everyone will be on that one page, on that sick level of connection spiritually, they'll just naturally be seen and it won't even be a big deal because the whole team will be seen. I don't know if that made sense or not, but it's kind of what I mentioned, like pass to everyone. If they're on your team, they deserve your faith. They deserve you believing in them. Because if you don't, then what's the point of them being there, right? So yeah, just remember that it's those small things that usually tend to translate to massive, massive results. Just that small, hey, let's give him a shot. Let's give him a chance. Let's pass him the ball. You know, that small look at them, right? Just those small things that like set in stone or set in play things that you never thought would be possible for the team, for that play, for that moment. So always keep that in mind and just remember that at the end of the day, as I mentioned, it's all about that one team consciousness. And when even just one player is not connected in there, it's felt and it has dramatic repercussions on the game, on your performance and on your results. Anyways, hope that fucking makes sense. And as always, swag fuck it.